Where that came from?
Yeah, pretty much. It's the Awesome Sheppard Foundation. Me and my girlfriend, Jenna King, her brother passed away of cancer 10 or so years ago. And she wanted me to go visit the hospital with her one day, Children's of Birmingham. So, I was kind of nervous about it because I'm really, uncomfortable in those situations, seeing kids like that. But I went up there and we kind of played with kids, drew, painted, all that, and I kind of fell in love with it. And that night, me and Jenna we got in the process of starting one. So we came up with that idea. So now we do the Awesome Sheppard Foundation. We try to bring a kid and their family to at least every home game. And before the event, we raised over $30,000 so far and started the Beads of Courage program, which it's a hand-designed beads that people make, and every kid gets one for every overnight stay, every needle they get pricked in their arm, heart transplant, kidney transplant, something of that nature. They'll get a bead, and they just get strands and strands of them. So the kids, they'll just have miles of beads, and it's kind of about their journey. So when they look back, they can see what they have. That's pretty much the gist of it. Short term.
Where did the haircut thing come from?
One of my buddies, we were talking about fundraiser ideas, and my buddy was like, man, these Alabama fans will just love to be around y'all, and just auction to cut hair, and people will show up. So that's kind of what we did, and I think we raised close to $18,000 yesterday.
Can we see it?
Yeah.
How long you plan on keeping it?
Well, me and I think 9 other players. Mine's not as severe as some of the others, but I'm trying to keep them until Saturday, and then they can cut them Saturday.
Is Vogler's the funniest?
Yeah, it's probably the most interesting and unique one. But yeah, we're just trying to raise awareness for all this, because mine was a little girl named Charlie Jean. She's 3 years old and just went into remission of cancer, so she wanted a heart with her initial in it, so had to do that.
How do you feel about the competition at quarterback, and what's it been like having 2 guys basically splitting reps and
I think it's great. They both push each other, and they're both getting better day by day. I think that kind of helps. But we honestly have no idea who's going to start yet. So I'm just happy to see both those guys succeeding and doing well.
What about Alec Morris? He seems to have made some progress. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, with this quarterback competition, every single quarterback's had to come to practice every day with their A game, or you got to kind of move on. So, everyone's right there. Alex really improved since he's gotten here. Turned into a better quarterback, so he's gotten a lot better.
What about left tackle? What's the competition like at that spot?
I think Cam Robinson's doing an awesome job right now. He's just huge. He's a big guy for being, 18 years old. He's really going to be something special. He has good hands, good feet, and I think he's going to do very well for us.
How is Dominic and Leon bounce back from their injuries?
I think they're doing good. I guess they're a little rusty because when you don't practice for a couple weeks, you kind of get thrown off. So I think they're just trying to get back in the swing of things and trying to get back off their injuries.
How's Alphonse handled playing that right guard spot for most of the camp?
I think he's done pretty well. I'm trying to kind of mentor him because I kind of told him the other day, you haven't played in the game in 3 years, 2 years, however long he's been in high school, and I was like, you got to push yourself every day, man, because it's intense playing in your first game, and you kind of got to know everything you're going to do. It gets hot in there. You got to be in shape. So I've kind of just tried to help him through it, but he's doing really good.
Do you remember your first start, and will you have any words of wisdom for Cam from Saturday?
Yeah, first start was Virginia Tech, obviously in the Georgia Dome, same spot we're playing. So pretty much all I'm going to tell him is don't let the crowd affect you, and there's going to be a lot of noise, and you kind of just have to just X out of everything, just play, look at your player, and don't think about anything around you or your surroundings.
Coach, yeah, at times your unit struggled in that game last year. What did you learn from it? And well, you said you were going to share that.
Yeah, I think our communication was the biggest problem last year. 3 new starters, we really didn't know how to interact, and I think that's one thing we fixed in camp this year is we've kind of taught the younger guys how to interact with us. When someone makes a call, they echo it to me or Cam, because we don't always hear what's going on inside because it gets loud. So that's the biggest thing is Kelly will make a call and Shank will just echo it out to me so we can all just be on the same page.
From what we've seen, it's been you, Shank, Kelly, Ari, and Big Cam. You guys comfortable with that 5 going to the first game?
I mean, yeah, I'll be comfortable with anything, but I mean, we've been going all through camp, so I mean, it looks good so far. So I'm excited to see where it takes us Saturday.
The first start, does it seem to last forever? Does it go by quick?
I mean, I guess the first start for me, it felt really long because we didn't play as well as we wanted to. So, I mean, it's different for everybody. For me, it was long. It was just, I mean, we just didn't play very well, so that's all we kept talking about and thinking about. But I'm hoping it goes a lot better this year for Cam and Shank.
How have you improved heading into year 2 as a starter?
I just tried to work on little things. I mean, I tried to work on my run blocking the most because I felt that's what I struggled with the most last year, and I feel like I've improved tremendous strides in that. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing I tried to work on.
There's a point last season where it seemed like you and Grant were kind of swapping a little bit there. How much does that push you to sort of win the job outright?
I mean, that was awesome because I always want competition, and it kind of makes me a better person, a better player. So, I mean, I welcomed that. I welcomed it again this year. So, I mean, if they want to do that, I'll be more than welcome.
Coach Saban back in the spring had kept mentioning recycle, reset button. Have you seen that reset button being hit out there as far as attitudes throughout fall camp?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Saban's always talked about how much he seems like this team gets along more, we hang out more. I mean, that's the biggest thing is everyone on the team's got to kind of hang out, get to know each other. You got to get to know the new players. You can't just kind of push them aside. So I feel like all of us have really made an effort to get these guys kind of on the bus with us and not be little, like, individuals, I guess. So we just tried to get everybody in a group and get it going.
When Saban's talking about resurrecting the identity of the program, is that what you think he means, or does it go beyond that?
No, I think he just means that we need to be one. We don't need to be little pods of people and groups. So when he talks about it's us, he just kind of says that we need to just be a group, get out there, play together, and then once you're off the field, you guys need to hang out because that means you guys are just going to click better on the field.
Have you studied their stack defense, and how do you attack it?
I mean, I think we've looked at it one day so far. I mean, we'll get more into it today. It's definitely something we haven't seen, so we're spending a lot more time on it. So, I mean, we really haven't done a lot. So, they're a really good team. I know they had a lot of injuries last year, and they've gotten a lot better this year, so it'll be fun to play against that.
Last one. On paper, it seems like you guys have a really deep defensive line, a lot of guys who can do a bunch of different things. Just what is that group going to show this year compared to what they were last year?
I mean, I think they've made, I don't know if it's the coach or the commitment or what, but they've gotten a lot harder to block in practice just by grabbing hands to certain moves they use, and I can definitely see a complete difference in them. So I think it'll be better pass rush, better run block stop, all of that.
Thanks, Austin.